AFCON 2023 is upon us, people. Will it be success for Nigeria like back in 2013 and back in the days, or will it be disappointment? Well, let's find out together. We are Naija Football Kings, so please like and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on future videos. We're going to be covering everything about this wonderful tournament. So in this video, we're going to be speaking about the strikers, the forwards, and the midfielders that Nigeria has selected in their squad. So who else to start off with but the reigning African Footballer of the Year, Mr. Victor Osimhen, plays for Napoli, age 25, 82 club goals and 33 goals for the national team at all levels. So this is the guy that they believe is going to break Rashidi Yekini's record, and I believe he's going to do so if he does not get injured, if he carries on at the rate that he presently is doing. This is going to be his first proper AFCON because he did play in 2019, but at that time Igalo was the main striker, so he didn't get many opportunities and he was injured in 2021 and he was well missed. Top scorer in qualification, so he is the main man for Nigeria as Victor Boniface has gone off injured, unfortunately. So I have a lot of hopes for Osimhen. I mean, he's very strong, he's tenacious. If he's fed the ball properly, I don't doubt that he will get on the score sheet. Moving on, we've got Moses Simon. He plays for FC Nantes. He's age 28. He has 55 goals and 9 goals for the national team. So those 55 are at club level. So he is a very interesting guy. I mean, at the last AFCON, he was relatively unplayable. I mean, he scored goals, he created goals. In the first 3 games we played when Nigeria topped the group, I mean, he was the player of the tournament up to that point, but unfortunately he was anonymous in the round of 16 match against Tunisia and Nigeria dropped out. So on his day, he's a guy that I really like and he can do a lot. But other people say, you know, he dribbles himself into cul-de-sacs, but I still have a lot of respect for his ability. So he's a guy that I'm sure will start. Let's see what happens. So up next, it is Senior Man, Kelechi Iheanacho. He's age 27, plays for Leicester, has 47 club goals and 23 goals for the national team. So this is a guy that is well loved in Naija, but sometimes also there are issues that he's not performing. He's carrying a slight injury, so I'm not too sure if he's going to start. In 2021, he scored a beautiful goal against Egypt, and yeah, there was a lot expected from him, as in Osimhen was not one of the strikers and Awoyini was not firing on all cylinders, but unfortunately it came to no avail. So moving on, we've got Samuel Chukwueze. He plays for AC Milan, just recently transferred, 24 years old, 25 club league goals and 8 goals for the national team. So he is Victor Osimhen's partner in crime. They have played together since the under 17 level. As you can see in these clips, I mean, he is very tricky on the ball. He's very intelligent in those tight situations. This is him playing at Villarreal. He might not have hit the ground running at AC Milan just yet, but look at this move. He put one guy on the ground, even a goalkeeper. Jesus Christ, very serious. Anyway, moving on. Adebola Lookman, he plays for Atalanta. He's 26 years old and he has 46 club goals and 2 goals for the national team. So this will be his first AFCON tournament. He made the switch from England to represent Naija and he has been very good for Nigeria in qualifiers. I expect him to start. I mean, he's a very integral player for the team and very interesting proposition, very instrumental. And yeah, he's a good player on the left wing. He's doing good things in Atalanta. So Victor Boniface, unfortunately injured, plays for Bayer Leverkusen, age 23, 32 club goals and 0 goals for the national team. So unfortunately, Victor Boniface is injured, but I'm still want to show his highlights as a sort of reminder of what he can bring to the table and what we might expect from him in the future. So in Bayer Leverkusen, he's just ripping all the records and earning a lot of accolades in his first season there, having just recently transferred. So it is a shame and a blow for Nigeria. So we expect the other strikers to step up to the plate. We now have Ahmed Musa, who plays for Sivasspor. He's age 31, 81 club goals and 20 goals for the national team. So this is a controversial selection. He is the captain, but he's a player that a lot of people have been asking, when is he going to retire? He's Nigeria's leading goal scorer in World Cups, but a lot of people believe his best days are behind him. I don't think he's going to start. It's highly likely he's going to be on the bench and might just be able to provide maybe some emotional support in the background. But on his day, the guy was fire, but hey, times change. Time moves on. Moving on to Umar Sadiq, who plays for Real Sociedad in Spain. He's 26 years old, 71 club goals and 5 goals for the national team at all levels. I mean, he scored a beautiful golazo earlier on this season. I mean, look at that shot. It was the shot heard worldwide. I definitely watched it once or twice. So he's interesting. I don't think he's actually going to start. He's come just back from a long-term injury, but hey, it is what it is. Let's see what happens. So we now move on to the midfielders, and who do we have in that equation? We've got Joe Aribo. He plays for Southampton. He's age 27, 35 club goals and 2 goals for the national team. So Joe, when he first started, I mean, we believed he was our future number 10. He was the answer to that position, but unfortunately he has not lived up to the hype fairly recently. I mean, he was on fire for a long time, but I think moves back in the days when he was at Rangers and in Scotland, and he was always getting those opportunities. But now that he's moved club, he moved to Southampton and they've been relegated there in the Championship. So he's not as instrumental to the Super Eagles as he used to be. But you know what? Anything can happen. You know, he just needs one good tournament and then, yeah, I bet you he might start. But I don't think he's going to be a starter in this tournament. But subsequently, he has the ability to actually take his game better and to do better things. But hey, we can only root for the boys as much as we possibly can. Moving on, we've got Raphael Onyedika. So he plays for Club Brugge in Belgium. He's 22 years old. He's got 5 goals for his club and he's got 0 goals for the national team. So he's a new one, having just been introduced to the setup in 2023. I mean, I don't see him starting. I think he's more a squad player, but we'll never know. I mean, with Pesero, it's like it's anyone's guess who he's actually going to start and who he thinks is just on the subs bench. But we wait and see. I haven't seen that much of him in the green, white, green of the Super Eagles, but he's got, like, look at the skills. He's got the sort of intellect and that ability to sit, be in front of the back four and deliver the goods, as in the sweeping up and just ensuring everything is nice, neat and tidy and preventing any problems. We now have Frank Onyeka, who plays for Brentford. He's 26 years old. He's got 14 club goals and 1 goal for the national team, which he scored very recently in a friendly against Mozambique. In that match with Mozambique, he was peppering them with several long distance shots. I think he had up to 3-4 that the goalkeeper was saving, but he eventually scored the one. So Frank Onyeka, he's reliable. I expect him to start. I mean, as a replacement for Ndidi, who is out injured. I doubt if Onyedika will get the start, so Onyeka is my man to start for Naija. I like Frank Onyeka. He likes to take shots from outside the box. Sometimes you don't have to dribble inside. Sometimes just take your shots from the outside. Now, Alex Iwobi, a very popular player. So he plays for Fulham. He's 27 years old. He's got 20 club goals and 10 goals for the national team. So he's JJ Okocha's nephew. You know, Alex Iwobi, UK born. He's a very good player, but he's moved clubs a lot. He's had a few injuries. He was once at Arsenal, moved to Everton. Now he's at Fulham. But I still expect him to start. When on his day, he's Nigeria's creative spark. He's very creative and loves getting the ball and also passing the ball into interesting areas. Again, I'll be very surprised if he doesn't start. Now, last but not least, we have Alhassan Yusuf, who plays for Royal Antwerp in Belgium. He's 23 years old, 9 goals for his club and 0 goals for the national team. So he's been called up because Ndidi was injured, so a late call up to this squad. But yeah, we still expect things from him. If he can piece the ball through, if and when he does get to start, he appears to be on a sort of slight side, but hey, you know, being slight doesn't win or lose football games. But we'll see if he gets his start. He's an interesting pick and a late addition to this wonderful squad. So anyway, there you have it. We are Naija Football Kings, and hopefully this AFCON is going to be something else. So please like and subscribe if you don't want to miss out on future videos, and don't forget to watch part 1 where I profile the goalkeepers and the defenders. Thank you very much. Later. Bye bye.